Good evening, Indian fans, and welcome to Hallsville's Bobcat Stadium for tonight's district matchup between the Hallsville Bobcats and your Jacksonville Fightin' Indians. Thank you for joining us tonight on JISD Live. Welcome to our countdown to kickoff. I'm Ryan Travis, joined in the booth tonight by Todd Travis and Lee Traylor. And as always, down on the sideline tonight, the man in the hat, Matt Montgomery. And Matt, it's a beautiful fall night for some Fightin' Indian football. What can we expect to see from the team tonight?
It could be a very fast game. Both teams focus on running the football. Jacksonville has struggled in the passing game. Maybe that'll change tonight. I don't know. Trent Clater had a great week of practice throwing the football. Hallsville lost their starting quarterback, Josh Seal, a couple of weeks ago, so they're kind of trying out a couple of guys at quarterback. Of course, last week's not a good gauge. They played Texas High, ranked number 1 in the state in Class 5A in many polls, so that was a tough draw last week for Hallsville. Jacksonville played well last week against Nacogdoches. They left 6 points on the field with 2 blocked field goals. They had some untimely penalties and in the last series when they did the scoop and score, Jacksonville went into the fourth quarter down 19-12. That finished it off. Hallsville coming in like Jacksonville. Both teams 1-4, by the way, 0-1 in district. Hallsville's lone win was 31-6 over Corsicana. This is the 38th meeting, Ryan, between Jacksonville and Hallsville. Jacksonville leads the series 24 wins to Hallsville's 13. They last met in 2021 here. Jacksonville got that win by a score of 49-20.
Yeah, and that was an exciting game that we got to do in 2021.
Yeah, it was. I long for those days. By the way, we're homecoming game again tonight. So just anybody at home keeping score, once again, we're the homecoming game tonight. So,
yeah, we've had a lot of homecoming games that we've been someone else's homecoming. So.
Both teams coming into this game got to feel like this is a game that we're going to win, okay? I mean, when you're playing your Marshall and you're playing Texas High and everything, those are tough games right there. This is a game both teams need to win, obviously, to stay in the district race. When you're in a 7-team district, hey, if you just beat 3 teams, you're in, right? And Jacksonville let one get away from them last week, I believe. I mean, Nacogdoches, if you take away the one play, the 199-yard run for the score by the quarterback, Nacogdoches had less than 200 yards of total offense. That's a winnable game.
Yeah, and that's a really good look for the Jacksonville defense.
It really is.
We talked a lot of this season about how good that Jacksonville's defense has looked, and I mean, other than the one big play last week, I thought they did a great job.
Offensively, you just gotta stay away from. I hate to call it the stupid stuff. I mean, not to call anybody stupid. I mean, some of the mistakes that Jacksonville makes are effort mistakes, but some of them are not. The pre-snap penalties, not taking care of the football, being careless with it, missing an assignment, lining up in the wrong spot on defense, which is what cost Jacksonville that 99-yard touchdown run. They had a couple of guys that weren't lined up correctly. In the game of football, inches matter, and especially when maybe you're like 24 inches off the spot. The 2 blocked field goals were because Jacksonville just didn't have the edges lined up just right. But these are things that Jacksonville in week 6 now, you have got to get those things fixed if you're going to stay in this district race.
Yeah, and we've seen Jacksonville's run game be successful, and then we've even seen a couple passes get called back for penalties. And if Jacksonville can keep the ball moving forward and get rid of all the penalties that keep killing their drives through the last couple games, they've been a real killer. I feel like Jacksonville has a really good chance to win tonight. They're going to have to come out. They're going to have to play. They're going to have to earn it. But if they can cut out a lot of the penalties, I think tonight is very winnable for Jacksonville.
Well, the defense has done a great job this year. There's been some moments, but a lot of times we talk about, everybody knows this that follows football, sometimes your best defense is a good offense. And Jacksonville's offense has been really good at times. Jacksonville can run the football. Dede Mars coming to the ball game, 613 yards on 107 carries. He's averaging almost 6 yards a carry. And the sophomore, Randy Searles, he comes into the ball game. He's run 54 carries for 361, a couple of touchdowns. He's averaging nearly 7 yards a carry. Your offensive line, those guys are getting it done. Luis Mancera, Para, Mike Taylor, Javon Rangel, Sal Garcia, Sanders, Toby Simpson. Those guys are playing well up front. And if Jacksonville can, like you said, stay away from the pre-snap penalties, take care of the football, and they can grind it out and control the football like they did in their only win against Brownsboro, 31-7, Jacksonville's got a chance to walk away here with a district win.
I think they do. And, while we're talking about the offense, let's go ahead and take a look at our spotlight player of the game tonight, Luis Mancera. Luis has been a big part of Jacksonville's success in the run game this season at the offensive tackle position. He's a big guy. He's been an imposing presence on the much improved Jacksonville offensive line. And he's going to have to be a big part of Jacksonville's offense once again tonight. And hopefully we can see him lead the running backs into the end zone.
Yeah, Kurt Powell, offensive line coach, done a heck of a job this year getting those guys ready. And when Danny Ramsey came in as the new offensive coordinator, that was going to be the Jacksonville's MO, run the football. They knew they had a couple of guys in Didi Mares and Randy Searles that could run behind that line. They just had to get stronger in the offseason, and that's what they did. And I think that's something that Jacksonville can build on, but everybody knows that if you got to get your vertical passing game working. That's been a struggle for Jacksonville in the first 5 ball games, unable to throw downfield, and when they do, they got to be able to catch it. It's not just the quarterback Clater delivering. He's delivered a lot of times, and the ball's been dropped. So that's why you're going to see Hallsville, I believe, tonight, just like NAC last week, just like Athens did. You're going to see 8 guys in the box, and they're going to try to force Jacksonville to throw the football.
Yeah, and I think maybe now is a good time to go ahead and bring it into the booth and take a look at this week's Inside the Huddle with head coach Jason Holman. I'm sure y'all took a look at that on the show. Inside the Huddle is brought to you by our good friends at All Smiles Dentistry. So let's throw it over to Inside the Huddle.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
It's time to go inside the huddle with head football coach and athletic director Jason Holman. Coach, you're going in the fourth quarter against NAC. It's a game. It's 19-12, and that includes leaving 6 points from the field goals on the field. Didn't get those. Feeling pretty good going in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that's obviously we want to be in that position, not necessarily trailing, but be in a position where we've got a game in the fourth quarter with an opportunity to win it.
Yeah, Coach, defense played great. I mean, they had the one bust on the 99-yarder. But you take that off of their offense, and they had less than 200 yards of offense.
Yeah, first half we did not play up to our potential, not only because of the 99-yarder, but in several instances they had some extended drives that we just had people out of position. But I thought they did a good job in the second half. We, of course, talked to them at halftime, tweaked some things, made some adjustments, and got some things clarified, and they came out and played well second half.
And your offense continues to run the ball well, even when the defense is putting 8 guys in the box. I mean, I saw their safeties. They rolled up like linebackers for more than half the game.
Yeah. And that's what we're going to get until we're able to get the ball down the field and stretch the field throwing the ball. But it's kind of where we are right now. But, that being our mainstay, I guess the frustrating thing coming out of the game is we move the ball down the field, and then we get in scoring position, and either we suffer from a blocked field goal or we do something to self-destruct. And, the message at halftime there was, what we're doing at midfield or, in the middle of the field is good enough to get us down there. You don't have to recreate the wheel when you get inside the 20. You just got to keep executing until you get into the end zone. And we've struggled from that.
Let's look at the highlights. Jacksonville versus Nacogdoches. Solid run here by Didi. Had a big night. This is for 18.
That's a good block by Calvin Boyd, pulling around to help springing.
Boy, and what a weapon KC is. Look at this. This is as good as you can do a punt right here.
Yeah, this is a great punt. KC's doing a really good job. Put it right where you want it and shoots out right at the, 4-yard line.
So here's Searles for 12.
Randy's getting better. He's got to learn how to punch it. A little too much dancing there. We've got to get him more vertical, but he's getting better every week.
A little bobbled snap here, but boy, KC pops it through.
And the good thing about that was KC went on with the process as soon as he saw Zeke's hand come off the blocking tee.
So here's the block. Samadric going 90.
Great job by Jordan Dorsey popping free. And Samadric was where he was supposed to be, doing exactly what he was supposed to be. We were blocking it from the other side, and he was the scoop and score guy, and that's what he did. So great job by him.
Nice little touch pass here by Trent to Josh.
Yeah, good throw and good catch and good awareness by Josh. Getting to the sideline, made a move, and turn it into some yards after the catch.
Here's Searles popping this one for 45.
Yeah, good job up front blocking to spring him, and then Randy doing the rest once he got in the open field.
And you got pressure on Warren, the quarterback for NAC. Here's Dorsey and Ty coming in for the big sack and causing the fumble.
Yeah, they were doing some empty stuff, empty backfield stuff. Great job by Ty finishing him there and getting the ball knocked out. Well, I wish Mario could have kept his feet right there.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was going to be a scoop and score. And here's Mike Miles blowing up the quarterback.
Yeah, it's a good job by taking on the block and being physical there.
So, Coach, players of the game this week that your coaching staff selected for the Nacogdoches game?
Offensively, Javon Rangel had graded out really well up front for us. Did a great job on the offensive line. Our defensive player of the week was Samadrick Kincaid. Not only did he have the special teams play, but he had 6 solos and 2 assists and has really come on and playing well for us right now. And then special teams player of the week is Jordan Dorsey on the big block field goal there. You know, did it perfect, just like we practiced, came free, got a hand on it, and we were able to get 2 points out of that. So those were our players of the week.
So, Coach, it's Hallsville coming over to Bobcat Stadium. This is a team that's struggling right now. They lost their quarterback, which was their driver, and it's just amazing to me how important, you know, from, I guess, middle school to high school, college pro, how important that position is. And it completely changed their team when they lost him to injury. And they've been struggling as well. They come out also at 1-4, 0-1 in district. Talk about Hallsville. What do they do now that they've lost their trigger man?
Well, you know, what we've seen from the one game, of course, they had a tough draw with Texas High, but they put a different kid in at quarterback, obviously, and was more of a running quarterback. I think he threw a couple of picks early, trying to do some of what the original quarterback did, and he had a lot of pressure on him, just couldn't set his feet and throw it. So, you know, Hallsville scored all year long, and they've
scored a lot of points.
And they didn't score Friday night, so it's a little bit up in the air. I don't know exactly if they're going to continue down this course with the same kid at quarterback or if they're going to have some kind of package and bring someone else in to try to throw a little bit more. So we're really preparing for, you know, what we've seen prior to the original quarterback getting hurt, in addition to what we've seen with the new kid in. So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm sure we'll have to make some adjustments along the way. And, you know, we'll see exactly what route they decide to go.
And I'm sure you and your staff know that they're going to put 8 guys in the box and they're going to try to force you to throw downfield. And Trent's getting better and receivers are getting better. But that vertical passing game, that's the one thing that if you could just get worked out in your offense, you could do some things.
Yeah, we've got to be able to stretch the field. That loosens them up. That backs the safeties up off the run and that sort of thing. You know, more than anything, it's a confidence thing. It's knowing where to put the ball. Obviously, if you're the quarterback, it's knowing exactly where to run the routes and catching the ball when you're the receiver, and just building that confidence. And we've struggled with that up to this point. We've practiced well throwing the football this week, but we got to get it done in the game. You know, one thing we've done this week with Trent is we've put pressure in his face. Coach Owen, who's our quarterback's coach, has held a bag, and he's coming up and, you know, either right when he's delivering the ball or right after he's making contact with him, to get him used to.
I saw him doing that on Monday, and Trent actually did a great job throwing the ball. He actually threw it better by having that pressure and getting popped with that bag.
Yeah, just trying to get him to set his feet and get it, you know, deliver the ball and get his hips into the throw. And we all know that that's what affects your accuracy.
So, Coach, doing what you guys have been doing all year long, running the ball, offensive line doing a good job. I mean, is it safe to assume that y'all have already planned, you know what Hallsville's going to do defensively right here?
I mean, you never really know. Everybody's a little different every week because of some of the multiple tight end sets we get into. It's one of those deals where you don't really know exactly how they're going to line up. Obviously, we've watched film. We've seen what they've done. It'll be interesting to see what they do. We'll have to, again, adjust offensively as the game goes on too, I'm sure. You know, but really, honestly, going forward from this point, our base concepts are in as far as O-line and who they're supposed to block. It's a matter of recognizing, even when they're in a little different front than maybe what we practice, you got to go back to base fundamentals, and if you can do that, then you can execute and you can get that done.
This is the kind of game that, coming in, both teams struggling to get that district win, where turnovers, which your defense has done a pretty good job, a lot better job than getting the turnovers, that could decide the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, the kicking game, as we saw, some swing plays in the kicking game here or there can decide it. It's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a tough four-quarter battle with two teams that are looking for their first win. And as you mentioned, I think the team that makes the least mistakes is going to be obviously the beneficiary of getting the win. So we're looking forward to the opportunity to compete. We're not where we are or where we wanted to be at this point in time, but it's just a matter of keeping focus on what we're doing, believing in it, and believing in the fact that we can get a win. It's just like last week. I mean, if we find a way, one to two plays here or there, if we score on the drive and pop one, or if we, if Mario stays on his feet and scores from a defensive standpoint.
Just one or two plays.
Yeah. And the whole mentality is different. And, it's tough as young men playing the game to keep their composure and keep believing for four quarters, but that's honestly what you have to do. In spite of all the difficulty and the adversity that you face, you got to keep that in your head, and you got to keep your mind focused on winning and doing what it takes to get that done so that we don't have a letdown.
Jacksonville versus Hallsville, kickoff coming up at 7:30. For
YouTube.
This is the only place that plays great music like that. It's just a hymn. It's awesome.
We are back.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you're doing great.
It is beautiful music.
It is.
It is. Isn't it pretty?
The people need to know.
It's a hymn.
From Matt Montgomery, which stadium plays the best pregame music. So there you go. You have at it. You let them know.
Well, how can you go wrong with that hymn right there? I mean, how many bands play a hymn like that at a football game?
It's
just beautiful.
It was
true.
beautiful.
Very nice. So it is homecoming tonight here in Hallsville. Bobcats now will take the field before Jacksonville. That's kind of rude. But that's okay. Jacksonville's still getting loose in the end zone.
And they run out with purple smoke coming from the Texas and American flag leading the team out. Haven't seen that yet. That's pretty cool.
Hope they breathe that in and it cuts their oxygen. But we'll take any kind of help at all. So Jacksonville now in their run through getting ready to come out. Jason Holman about to make his usual pregame run by me so that I can find out if Jacksonville is kicking or receiving. And here he comes. And what? We're kicking. Jacksonville will kick off and put their defense on the field first tonight.
That's what I like to hear. I kind of like having Jacksonville's defense. That's been a strong point. Go ahead and
set the tone.
Set the tone. Try to get a stop. It worked. It's worked a couple times this season. Worked against Brownsboro. I think that's a good call.
I like it. Here's the Jacksonville band with the fight song in the background. Players now from both schools lining up on their respective sidelines, and we'll have the national anthem played. This Bobcat Stadium it's a nice place. It's a good place. I remember I think it's about 22, 23 years old when they built this stadium. It usually gets a lot of playoff games, kind of like Tomato Bowl.
I think they got new turf a couple years ago, if
Yep.
I remember correctly.
They did. So now the Hallsville band will play the national anthem. We'll see if we can pick that up for our viewers at home. Nice job by the Hallsville High School band here in Hallsville, Texas at Bobcat Stadium. Captains now getting ready to come out for the ceremonial coin toss that's already been done. As we just said a moment ago, Jacksonville head coach Jason Holman said Jacksonville will be kicking off. Guys, at this time I want to introduce the football officials from the Tyler chapter of officials. Your field judge is Colton Weidland. Your side judge, Drew Walker. Back judge, Greg Greenwood. Your line judge, Kelly Talent. Head line judge, Tim Cummins. Umpire, Vincent Williams. And the man in the white hat, the referee, Mr. Wes Hall. So captains now coming out to midfield, as Jacksonville will be represented by Jacqueline Goodwin. Big offensive tackle, Luis Mancera. And senior Ty Lindsay. Been playing really well on that defensive line this year for Jacksonville. Calm night here, guys. It's early October 4, of course, and not quite what you would expect football weather. I'm not going to call it, but it's not cold. It's not too hot. A little steamy from the standpoint of no wind, but pleasant, as Jacksonville has deferred to the second half, as the official tells us, and Hallsville will be receiving the football going from left to right on your video screen. Both teams coming in 0-1 in district, also 1-4 overall. Jacksonville got their win 31-7 over Brownsboro. Hallsville got their only win against Corsicana 31-6. These are two football teams looking for their second win of the year and first district win, and both of them obviously with the belief that this is our night. And I got to believe if you're Jacksonville, you take care of business, you don't make mistakes, you do what you need to do and take care of everything that you need to take care of, they're going to win the game. So Coach Lamont Butler gets his special teams unit set to kick off. KC Cardenas had one field goal last week, had two blocked. So KC, a weapon for Jacksonville, had that coffin corner punt that pinned Knack down at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, he's done a great job punting the football.
Sure has. Didn't turn out too well. That was the 99-yard run after that. But, heck, you're right. Just been doing a great job, has KC, the junior, also a star on Rudy Jaramillo's soccer team, punting the ball and kicking as well. We're set to go. Week 6, Jacksonville versus Hallsville here in Hallsville, Texas at Bobcat Stadium. Glad you're with us here on JISDlive.com. And here's Ryan.
KC going to boot this one deep. Makes the returner back up. He loses it at the goal line, able to pick it up. And Jacksonville, good coverage on the kickoff. So Hallsville will take over 1st and 10 from their own 15.
Boy, that was a tough ball to field. It was a line drive knuckleball. Didn't have a lot of height on it by KC, but dropped by the receiver. He did get up the field, and Jacksonville makes a nice tackle down there. Oh, right about the 16-yard line is where Hallsville will start their opening drive. Their quarterback, Joel Hale, a 6'2", 216-pound senior. He'll be joined in the backfield by their scat back, Jacaden Bolden, a 5'9", 170-pound senior.
Throw goes to the left, able to find his man. That's Coulter Evans on the reception. Going to pick up a first down for the Bobcats.
Just a quick hot pass out to his back, coming out of the backfield. Inside receiver. Making the catch there, Evans.
Snap comes back. Handoff goes to Jacaden Bolden around the right side. Met by a host of Indians.
Nice job by Zeke Whitaker coming up from his safety. Coach Holman instructing his linebacker, specifically Mario right there, Mario Rodriguez, to make sure that he gets on that edge. You don't let a guy like Bolden, who the first couple of ball games, well, I think one game he had over 200 yards rushing for Hallsville, so he's a guy that Jacksonville has got to contain tonight. He picks up about 1.5 yards, second, and we'll call it 8. Going to get it to him.
Hale finds his man in the flat. Really good pickup. Finally knocked out of bounds by Zeke, but a good gain there for a first down for Jacaden Bolden.
Boy, Hallsville is beating Jacksonville to the edge, and Jacksonville's losing contain. Of course, give the receivers for Hallsville kudos for stock blocking downfield and holding those guys inside. But Jacksonville, they've got to get out to that edge because they're going to get outrun tonight if this keeps up.
10-14 left in the first. We're having a little trouble with our scoreboard software at the moment, so we'll try to get that back up when we can. But Hale going to go up the middle. Good gain on first down. Going to pick up about 7.
This opening drive started at the Hallsville 16, and boy, they've pushed it all the way down into Jacksonville territory quickly on 4 plays. Yeah, Jacksonville 46-yard line.
2 receivers each way for the Bobcats. Hale gets the snap, going to hand off to Bolden up the middle. Going to pick up enough yardage for the first down.
Just offensive line for Hallsville, a good matchup tonight as far as size goes against Jacksonville, but Hallsville's just getting underneath Jacksonville's pads up front on those inside tackle plays, and then, of course, they running the wide stuff, and Jacksonville's lost contain. Got to pick that up right now. So now we got a flag.
I believe that's going to be a false start. I think number 61 on the Hallsville O-line jumped, so that one should be in the Indians' favor.
So up front for Hallsville, 274, 265, 230 on Graham Black, the one they just called the penalty on. So that's some of the lineman size for Hallsville.
Hale able to flip this one out to the left, finds his man, pushed out of bounds. That's Landon Vineyard.
So Jacksonville still struggling with that little hot route. Kenyon Tilley, the sophomore, is going to come in left corner, and Brendan Richards, the senior, will check out. So Jacksonville now with Kincaid at right corner, Tilley at left corner, Zeke.
Well, bless you.
Yeah, Zeke at safety, and Harrison Penn at safety.
Sorry about that.
Had some technical issues. A sneeze.
That is technical. No, it's biological. Excuse me.
Jacaden Bolden up the middle, so that'll bring up third down for the Bobcats. Third and long. It's going to be 3rd and 8. So big third down play here for the Indians for sure.
Yeah, the coverage for Jacksonville right now, a little soft on the corners, and that's why Hallsville is just popping that pass out there, and it's just outrun them, mono.
1 receiver each way. They're going to go Wildcat.
Bolden
trying to find some room. Nothing there.
Good job, linebackers.
Great coverage from the Jacksonville defense. So that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, Gaskin, Lindsey, nice job getting to the edge and keeping Bolden from getting up the field. So 4 down territory here for Hallsville on 4th down and 8 to go as the quarterback checks back into the game, Joel Hale.
4th and 9, actually, Matt. I think
4th
they
and
actually
9,
lost a yard there.
Yeah. Yeah, that time Jacksonville did a nice job, like I said, getting off the block. Lindsey, Gaskin.
So the Bobcats going to go for it on 4th down. 1 receiver each way. Hale drops back, looking over the middle. Nothing there. Big play from Jacksonville.
Dorsey with his 11th TFL of the season. Jordan Dorsey with a sack, his 4th sack, and 11th tackle for loss. Not sure that you put those 2 things together, but hey, a sack is a tackle for loss, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Jacksonville gets the big stop after Hallsville. They were marching down the field in the Fighting Indian defense, and they just bowed up.
We talked about it being a good call to send the defense out there first, set the tone early, and I think they did their job.
They did. Certainly did.
Credit Jacksonville's coverage on that play as well. Had nowhere to go with the ball, and then Jordan got home.
So 1st and 10 for Jacksonville. 2 receivers left. Gaskin goes in motion. Clater looking for Gaskin. Maybe a little early on the pass. Gaskin wasn't quite turned around, didn't connect with him. So 2nd and 10 now for the Indians.
And he was open. Trent just rushed the throw just a little bit, but hey, I like the play call right there. You know, of course, Hallsville's got to be expecting a run, and Jacksonville throws on the first play, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
1 receiver each way this time for Jacksonville. Clater looking quickly for Zeke. That one through the hands of Zeke Whitaker. Incomplete, so that'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Catchable ball. Cam Thompson will check in for Dante Simmons on 3rd and 10. So Jacksonville, after we talking about the running game, first 2 plays, they put it in the air.
So 3rd and 10 for Jacksonville. Zeke out wide right for the Indians. Clater going to hand this one off to Dede. Good hole there for Dede Mara. It's going to get out over midfield, but it's going to be 4th and 4.
So Jason Holman talking about it right now, 4th and 4 in midfield, and then Fighting Indians are going to play a little field position here. And they'll bring KC out to get the snap from Toby Simpson.
Probably a good call early.
It's a good call early, yep.
So we'll see if KC can pin the Bobcats deep.
I like the way the Jacksonville coaches came out and said, you know what, we're going to see if you're going to load the box on us, and we're going to try to complete something. Unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Good snap back. KC hits this one high over to the right.
Oh, that's nice.
Good bounce for Jacksonville. It is fielded by Blanton Hale. He's going to go out of bounds inside the Hallsville 20. So pretty good punt there for KC, pinning him inside the 20.
Yeah, good play by Hale of Hallsville right there, because that ball had that kind of hop where Jacksonville had everybody around it, and that thing could have gone inside the 10, and he had the wherewithal to scoop it up between a bunch of Fighting Indians, and he gets up the field and gives Hallsville their 2nd offensive possession. Will start. The first one started at their 16. This one will start at their 18. So far, field position favoring Jacksonville.
That it is. So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. 2 receivers each way to start this drive. Empty backfield. Hale going to send Eli Solis in motion. Looking back for pass. Dorsey able to get a hand on it.
Wow. So invaluable being long like Jordan Dorsey. He is a rubber band man. I mean, he just uncoiled. And Hale had the screen set up perfectly. All the linemen were out there. He had Bolden out there. And at the last moment, Jordan Dorsey comes and knocks it away. Michael Miles checks in at linebacker for Jacksonville. The leading tackler didn't get the start, but he's in now. So 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 18.
2 receivers each way. Bolden in the backfield with Hale. Handoff goes to Bolden around the right side. Jacksonville needing to wrap him up. Good tackle there.
Yeah,
Samadrick Kincaid. So that'll bring up 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, Elijah Benavides had a shot at him, and he just didn't get him tripped up there at the line of scrimmage, as Bolden does pick up about 4, 2nd and 6, or 3rd and 6 for Hallsville now at the Jacksonville 22-yard line. As both teams so far taking a kind of a measured approach against each other.
3 receivers left, 1 right for Hallsville. Hale looking to his left, finds his man, complete, and a first down. Finally brought down by Harrison Penn. But that pass was complete once again to Landon Vineyard.
Yeah, Vineyard running a slant route. Nice throw by Hale. Gets inside leverage, does Vineyard, and he picks up another Hallsville first down. Nice tackle by Harrison Penn, who was really the only guy standing between Vineyard and maybe the goal. Nice tackle.
So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats Hale going to keep it himself up the middle. Lots of room to run. Going to pick up the first down and more. Gets out across the Jacksonville 45.
Yeah, if there's one play that Jacksonville has struggled with in 2024, it's that zone read. Athens ran it effectively, so did Henderson. And when you got a guy like Bolden in the backfield for Hallsville, I mean, you got a key on him, but when you got a guy that can run like that, and this is the backup quarterback for Hallsville, Hale picks up another first down.
Hale going to hand this one off to Bolden up the middle. Jacksonville has several guys there, but a pickup of about 3. I think they're going to give him 5 maybe after the spot.
Yeah,
so
he pushed his way for those other 2. You're right. It was about a 3-yard gain, and Bolden kept spinning forward. And they'll give him 5.
So
well, they didn't give him 5. He earned those 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for now for Hallsville.
2 receivers each way for the Bobcats. Hale sends his man in motion. Handoff goes to Bolden. Big hole up the middle. Zeke able to make the tackle, bring him down, but another first down for Hallsville.
Well, they're just gashing Jacksonville in that 2-hole. They're just going right through that gap and double teaming Calvin Boyd and getting him out of the way. And, boy, that's off to the races for Bolden for another Hallsville first down to the Jacksonville 23-yard line. Zeke Whitaker saves a touchdown because Bolden was headed for that end zone.
So 1st and 10 for Hallsville inside the Jacksonville 25. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hale going to keep it himself around the right side.
Great tackle.
Great tackle.
Mario
Rodriguez doing a fantastic job there, keying on the quarterback this time.
Well, that's his job, is to keep that contained in case the quarterback does keep that on that zone read. And he was right there, was Mario Rodriguez for Jacksonville, the junior linebacker, making the tackle. No gain. Actually about a half-yard loss.
Loss of 2.
Yeah, loss of 2. That's right, 2nd and 12.
So 2 receivers each way for Hallsville. Once again, Bolden in the backfield with Joel Hale. Hale looking to his left, nothing there. Going to scramble to his right. Finds his man about the line of scrimmage, and a big hit. Zeke Whitaker.
Zeke with the potential, and it's going to have to be a good one, because that right there was a bone-crushing hit by Zeke Whitaker.
We could hear it up here through the microphone, Matt.
Dark chiropractic bone crusher hit of the game.
Ooh,
that is
man.
example. That is evidence number 1, Your Honor. What a hit by Zeke. So 3rd down.
About 7. Jacksonville has another chance to get a stop.
Jason Holman upset with the officials just then with the lineman downfield. They didn't call it.
2-back set, hold, drops back. Dorsey trying to bring him down, able to get the throw off. They're going to say incomplete.
Ball hit the ground.
That'll bring up 4th and 7 now for the Bobcats.
So in that previous play, the quarterback was scrambling around, and there was like 3 linemen downfield. You know, you just got to go 3 yards beyond that line of scrimmage, and no call by the official. And Jason Holman was just having a conniption down here, and he kept doing that into that next play as Hallsville now will bring out their kicker. This will be a 37-yard attempt here.
Yeah, it's going to be
Oliver
Dilday.
Oh, short. They had a good snap, and their holder just dropped it. Cade Chappell dropped it. I thought Jacksonville had the block. Somehow he kind of punched it through. Now, last week, when that happened with Jacksonville, we saw KC punch that one through from 35. And Dilday, the kicker for Hallsville, didn't have that kind of leg strength. So Jacksonville dodges another bullet as Hallsville drove down the field and still come away with no points. Randy Searles checks in for his spot now on this second offensive series for the Fighting Indians that starts at their 20.
So Jacksonville going to send 2 receivers right. Direct snap goes to Searles. I'm not sure that was supposed to go to Searles.
I do not think that was the snap.
But it hit him in the chest, so good heads-up play there from Randy Searles.
Yeah, it actually hit him in the face mask, and he got it and pulled it down to his chest.
Able to pick up 3.
And Danny Ramsey, the OC, giving his offensive center an earful right now. Wow.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 7 after the gain from Searles. 2:17 here left in the first quarter. Clater going to hand this one off to Searles. Has some room to run. Going to pick up an EAG Ford first down.
Good hesitation right there by Searles, who last week kind of got in the coach's doghouse for that little hesitation move, and then he bounced it to the outside last week several times, right? Well, he didn't do that right there. Apparently he learned his lesson. He popped that one right up where you're supposed to do that. Plant your foot, get up the field. An EAG Ford first down for Jacksonville, their first one.
Clater going to hand it off to Searles, trying to find some room around the left side. Absolutely nothing there for Randy Searles. Hallsville going to drop him for a loss.
Just a missed block there as Javon Rangel. Javon just whiffed on his block right there. Guy went inside of him, and Javon could not recover. And on top of Searles, as Goodwin will check in for Cam Thompson for Jacksonville. Fighting Indians now looking at 2nd down and 14 as Searles loses 4.
1 minute remaining here in this first quarter. Score is still 0-0. Still having some issues with our scoreboard graphics.
Gaskin able to make the catch. Going to pick up about 5. Good throw there from Trent Clater.
Just calmly waited for Gaskin to get into his route and get his head turned around. He throws it, floats it out there perfectly. And Gaskin makes a nice little run. So it gives a much more makeable 3rd and 5 after it was 2nd and 14.
So we may need you to go into radio mode for a while, Matt, until we let you know that our graphics are up to speed.
We're
Thank
fine.
you.
We're fine.
20 seconds remaining in the first quarter, by the way.
Now,
3rd down. That pass tipped. Going to be incomplete.
So close.
Trying to find Brendan Richards. So that'll bring up 4th down for Jacksonville.
Fell inches in front of Brendan Richards, and if he makes that catch, it's going to be close to a first down, but nevertheless Jacksonville's going to have to punt the football with 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter. No score by either team, and here is both teams have had 2 offensive possessions in this first quarter with no score.
Good snap back to KC, rolling to his right, low punt. Going to bounce inside the Hallsville 30. Finally able to pick it up. Not much there, though, after they pick that up. Good coverage from Jacksonville. So Hallsville will take over 1st and 10 to start the second quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
We'd like to say thank you to this week's team meal sponsor, Richards, Penn, Bonner, Attorneys at Law. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
We'd like to say thank you to tonight's hospitality sponsor, Big Louise Tinting Company. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium to start the second quarter of play. Both teams making their way back onto the field.
2 possessions by each team. Hallsville has had some nice drives that didn't get any points. Jacksonville offensively taking a little bit more time to get untracked, particularly the running game, as the Fighting Indians have come out throwing the football more than they have all year in the first quarter. Just trying to loosen up that Hallsville defense, but so far to no avail. So here's Hallsville after the punt by Jacksonville to start the second quarter at their own 33.
Hale gets the snap, handoff around the right side. Lots of room to run for Bolden, and he will score.
67 yards for Bolden. This is what you worry about when you play against a guy like Bolden, it's him getting on that edge and hugging that sideline. Fighting Indians have lost contain in this first quarter and one play again. Got to find a way to seal that edge and get somebody out there to turn Bolden back into the teeth of the defense, because he has been eating them up, turning that corner, and that's the first time that he was able to actually break it for the score on the first play of the second quarter. Here's the extra point attempt by
Chris Mager. Extra point up and good. So Hallsville now leads Jacksonville 7-0. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live. Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm, or on the job, we have the right product for your needs.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. Hallsville taking the lead on the first play of the second quarter, now leading Jacksonville 7-0. Oliver Dilday in to kick this one away for the Bobcats.
That's what Hallsville did the first 2 or 3 games with Bolden, until last couple of games they've struggled running the football, but that's what he can do to you. Here's the kickoff.
Deep ball going to go into the end zone. Searles
is coming out.
Bring it out.
Oh.
And Searles going to be brought down about the Jacksonville 14, so they'll take over 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Yep, Jason Holman not liking that decision right there. He's talking to Searles. You know, you're 3 or 4 yards deep in the end zone, you know, and they're coming. You got to knee that one. Did I mention he's a 10th grader? So here's Jacksonville, start this drive at their own 13-yard line. It's Mars in the backfield. Of course, quarterback Trent Clater, Gaskin at the H. Got Jared Holman at the other H, double H's.
Clater going to hand this one off. Dede able to bounce this one around the left side. Lots of room to run. Going to pick up the EAG forward first down.
Well, that's Jacksonville's MO right there. That's what they've been living and breathing the last few ball games. That, you know, they haven't won the games, but that's where they've been getting their yardage, like those plays right there. And so if you're Jacksonville, you just want to string some first downs along here. Don't make any mistakes and try to go tie this thing up. Do what you do best. Run the ball.
One receiver left for the Indians. Handoff goes to Dede around the right side. Good pickup on first down. Going to get 9.
What a great block by Josh Gaskin. Just pancaked the linebacker, and that allowed Dede Morris to skip by him before he gets tackled from the backside linebacker. But he will pick up 8 yards.
Yeah, and a couple good plays here to start this drive for Jacksonville. You'd like to see them answer after Hallsville got the touchdown. Oh, that snap going to go through the hands of Trent Clater. He falls on it, so pretty good loss. Going to lose the yardage that they picked up on first down. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Just not a bad snap right there. Trent just didn't look it in. Hit him right in the hands, and we talked about this pregame. If Jacksonville can stay away from the mistakes that are drive killers, then so that one right there, I'm not saying it's a total drive killer, but that hurts making it 3rd down and 12 when it was 2nd and 2.
So 3rd and long for Jacksonville. 2 receivers left. Brendan Richards and Zeke Whitaker out wide. Clater going to drop back looking for Richards. Makes the catch. Not much there. Able to make a great play. Brendan Richards makes a great move down the sideline, gets to the 10, knocked out of bounds, but a huge pickup for Jacksonville on 3rd and long.
Spot where he was knocked out. The 10?
About the 10, yeah.
Oh,
I think they're going to spot him right at the 10.
Yeah, that's a 47-yard gain. Go in hurry.
Clater going to hand this one off to Mares up the middle. Not much there for Dede. Going to pick up 1.
Just a tunnel screen on that previous play, and Brendan Richards did a nice job breaking the first tackle. I mean, he got wrapped up right when he caught the ball and spun out of it, and Hallsville just kind of relaxed, and Brendan just got down the sidelines, and Richards gives Jacksonville great field position on 2nd and goal now for the Fighting Indians at the 8.
Gaskin goes in motion. Handoff goes to Dede around the right side. Going to pick up a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 6.
Yeah, nice job by number 94, Noah Collins, for Hallsville. As Dede was about to plant that foot and go between that guard and tackle, Collins for Hallsville was right there and forced him to the outside. So here's the big fella checking in. Slayton Donald. 5'5", 390? No, he's taller than that. But he's 390, I can tell you that. Huge.
Clater going to hand this one off to Dede. Not much there. Dede still fighting for some yardage. Going to be brought down. Loss of play. Flag comes in.
And got a late flag, and the official now looking at the Jacksonville coaching staff saying, I got it. Jacksonville coaching staff, they saw something. They were going crazy for the call. So it's going to be against Hallsville. And let's see the call by the referee. Westmore as personal foul, face mask on Dede.
On the defense.
Yep. It was just a late flag. Jacksonville, I mean, they saw it, and the flag didn't come out, and he finally threw the flag, and they called it.
Yeah, so first and goal. Is it from the spot or half the distance to the goal?
It's from the spot.
From the spot. So 1st and goal from the 4. Searles in the backfield with Clater. Handoff goes to Searles, trying to find some room around the right side. Nothing there. Going to be met for a loss on the play. So that'll bring up 2nd and goal.
That's that misdirection, Ryan, where it looks like Searles is going to go one way and he plants his foot and goes the other, but Hallsville playing great technique right there, staying home. Brennan Lewis, the linebacker, 6'1", 187. He was right there to meet Searles, so loss on the play, big loss. 2nd and goal from the 11 now.
Clater going to fake the handoff, looking to his left, trying to find Jared Holman. That one tipped and incomplete. So it's going to bring up 3rd and goal now for Jacksonville.
Well, he double pumped, did Trent Clater, and when he double pumped, that allowed the defensive lineman right there, number 56 for Hallsville, Diego Peralta, to knock it down. So it looks like timeout Jacksonville to talk about it on 3rd and goal. Let's take a break.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Gene Bromlow, class of '66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. 3rd and goal from the 11 for Jacksonville. 2 receivers right. Searles goes in motion. Clater looking over the middle, quickly finds his man, Ty Lindsay, in for the score.
Ty Lindsay with the score. Saw Jacksonville working on that play this week. Special package for the defensive end, Ty Lindsay. just comes in as a tight end, then he just releases. You send Searles in motion. That takes the corner out of and the linebacker out, opens the middle, and Lindsey from 12 yards out, Trent Clater. Now here's KC out of the hold of Dante Simmons to try to tie this game up.
Extra points brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. This one from KC is up and good. So 7-7 now your score. Jacksonville ties it up with 7:37 left in the first half. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
We'd like to say thank you to tonight's hospitality sponsor, Big Louise Tinting Company. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Our one-of-a-kind mushroom Swiss burger is back.
And now it's an all-time favorite.
You're going to love this burger. That au jus sauce on top.
The creamy au jus sauce.
Every bite's perfect.
It's not just a mushroom Swiss burger, it's a Whataburger mushroom Swiss burger.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. Indians on the board, and with your Fighting Indians scoring drive summary, here is Todd Travis.
It was an 11-play, 87-yard drive, finishing with a pass from Trent Clater to Ty Lindsey to tie the game at 7.
And that's got to be the first touchdown catch by a tight end for Jacksonville in at least 15, 16 years, because for 15 or 16 years, Jacksonville didn't have a tight end. They didn't use one. But there's one right there, buddy, old school. Ty Lindsey with the score from 12. Here's KC with the kickoff.
KC high and deep, going to be caught at the Hallsville 5. Pretty good return here setting up. Going to get out to about the 25. So Hallsville will take over 1st and 10 from inside their 30. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 26.
Well, Jacksonville defensively, let's see if made any kind of adjustments, or I know they were having some serious discussions over there about letting Bolden get to the outside like that. But, you know, Bolden's done some damage on the inside, too. He's just a solid running back for Hallsville.
So Bolden in the backfield with Hale.
Reverse.
And this one on the reverse to Coulter Evans. Pretty good gain there on the play. Going to pick up about 6.
Well, Evans thought he was going to turn that corner, but Jacksonville's got some team speed on defense. Mario kind of slowed him down at the line of scrimmage before Samadric came and finished him off. A play that looked like it was going to go for big yardage, get 6, 2nd and 4. That's because Jacksonville kept pursuing and just stayed with him.
2 receivers each way for the Bobcats. Eli Solis in the backfield now with Hale. Hale going to fake the handoff, keeping himself up the middle. Ball comes out.
Jacksonville
able to jump on that one.
And I think that was Mario Rodriguez with the tackle, causing Hale to fumble. So Rodriguez causes the fumble. Dorsey falls on it. Fighting Indians get the ball back in a very opportunistic area here at the Bobcat 34-yard line. So we have our first turnover of the ball game.
And that's a big one. That's a big one. Mario did a great job getting his helmet on that ball, knocking it out. Zeke really heads-up play, able to dive on it. And Jacksonville has great field position to start this drive.
Yeah, excuse me. It was Zeke Whitaker with the recovery. Thank you. So Jacksonville comes out offensively with Brendan Richards in the backfield right now. Interesting. Haven't seen this yet.
1 receiver each way. Handoff going to go to Richards, trying to get around the left side. Not much there. Flag comes in.
So Richards not able to turn the corner there. Is his first carry out of the backfield so far. And Brendan Richards is signaling flag against Hallsville.
I think there may have been a face mask. It was real tough to tell.
Well, it was thrown right over there near the tackle on the Hallsville sideline, and that is going to be the call against the Bobcats for the face mask. So that'll give Jacksonville the first down and move the football all the way down to the 22-yard line of the Bobcats.
Another EAG Ford first down for Jacksonville after the penalty. So they'll give them 1st and 10 from the Hallsville 22 in good position once again.
Official trying to get them to turn the clock on. 7:06, and the official's still waving. Turn the clock on. So if we're still in radio mode, there's 7:06 remaining here in the second quarter, 7-7 ball game. The official now just got the clock turned on. Didi Mars checks back in at running back for Jacksonville. First down.
One receiver each way for the Indians. Mares going to get the handoff. This one blown dead. Flag comes in.
What's the call? Procedure against Jacksonville. Pre-snap penalty.
Do you see a play clock anywhere? They don't seem to be working.
There is not a play clock. You're right. They should be under their game clock is obviously on the scoreboard, but then there's two in each end zone. There's one in each end zone, I should say. And yeah, the one in the
they're not working correctly either.
Yeah, they're not. One says 1:20, one says 12:45. Don't look at those.
Clater going to hand this one off to Didi around the right side. Didi going to pick up about 3 on the play.
Didn't get the block they needed. Lance Carver, the linebacker, 5'7", 192, comes up and makes the tackle on Didi. So second down, loss of 2 on the play. Well, actually, after the penalty, a gain of a couple. So second down, we'll call it 12 for Jacksonville. 6:22, and the clock's counting here in the second quarter as Jacksonville have the first turnover of the ball game, the fumble recovery, and it's giving them a great opportunity here. Let's see if they can take advantage of it.
So 2nd and 12. Clater going to hand this one off to Didi once again around the right side. Didi still fighting for yards, able to break a tackle.
First down.
Great play there from Didi.
Wow, what a run. Boy, he was tackled about 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage and spun out of it and just kept moving his feet, something we've seen Didi do all year long, averaging almost 7 yards a carry. He pops that one for another EAG Ford first down at the Bobcat 12.
Big play there from Didi. Clater going to hand it off to Didi once again, this time up the middle for Didi Mares. Going to get close to the Hallsville 5-yard line.
Jacksonville can get a first down at the Bobcat 2-yard line. They'll spot this ball here now at the 6. So second down, 4 to go after the 6-yard pickup by Didi Mares. So this is where Jacksonville, no mistakes, no pre-snap penalties. It's time to punch this in.
Clater going to hand it off to Mares once again. Around the right side, nothing there for Didi.
He stumbled. He was trying to get around his block right there, and it was Alex Parra. And when Didi just kind of stumbled a little bit when he ran into the back of him. As Mars now will check out, Calvin Boyd will check in for Toby Simpson. Randy Searles will come into the backfield. So third down and 4. This is a big play for both teams right here. The Hallsville defense, if you can get a stop right here and maybe force Jacksonville to go for the field goal. And Jacksonville, you don't want to waste this opportunity and not get a touchdown here or get the first down for now.
One receiver each way for the Indians. Gaskin goes in motion. Clater going to hand it off to Searles. Not much there. Searles still fighting for yardage. Going to pick up 1.
This is an
That's
interesting
going to
call
bring up
here.
4th down.
Interesting call for Jason Holman right here. As Jacksonville now, they are about 3 yards. They need 3 yards to go, and they're going to bring KC in. They want to get the points here. So I'm incorrect. I don't see KC. I'm wrong. Wait a minute.
No, he's
in there. There he is.
Here.
He snuck by me. Sorry about that.
So KC in to attempt the field goal. This one going to be 22.
Yep. Right in the middle of the field. Dante Simmons to hold.
Just
Toby
an extra
Simpson
point.
to snap. Yep.
Just an extra point, Matt. Extra points and field goals brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. Good snap. Hold gets down. KC puts this one through.
Drills it.
Great kick there from KC. So Jacksonville takes a 10-7 lead. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
We'd like to say thank you to this week's team meal sponsor, Richards, Penn, Bonner, Attorneys at Law. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville athletics.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. Jacksonville takes a 10-7 lead, 3:48 left in the first half. The Fighting Indian scoring drive summary. You don't have one? Okay, well, no Fighting Indian scoring drive summary this time. Good 22-yard field goal there from KC.
All started after a turnover as Mario Rodriguez forces a fumble and Zeke Whitaker gets on top of it.
So KC kind of slips a little bit. Low kickoff, going to be fielded by Hallsville. Still fighting for some yards. Gets out across the 40. That was Eli Salas on the return for Hallsville.
Well, that's a physical run by Salas.
Excuse me, that was number 13, Blanton Hale.
Another Hale. Joel Hale, the quarterback, and then there's a Blanton Hale. So Hallsville will start this drive at...
Oh, never mind. It was Salas.
There's
a 13 and a 23. It was Eli Salas that picked that up. So 1st and 10 for Hallsville from their own 43. Salas, man in motion. Bolden, gets the carry up the middle. Going to pick up about 5. So I think he's going to get 6.
Got an injured Bobcat on the field. I think that's some friendly fire. It looks like Bolton ran up behind his offensive lineman and just ran all over his ankle, so we have an injury timeout for Hallsville. Let's take a break.
We'll be back in just a moment. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
That 100% beef Whataburger takes 2 hands and all of your attention. So yeah, now's the time to sneak that fry. Good thing there's plenty to savor. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Come see us at Dairy Queen on South Jackson before or after every Fightin' Indian game to try our family favorites meal. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. Injured Bobcat able to make his way off the field. Hopefully he is okay. Hallsville with a 2nd and 4. 3:25 and counting left in the first half. Hale going to hand it off to Bolden. Up the middle he goes, breaks a couple tackles, and finally brought down, but not before picking up a first down.
We had Miles coming from the backside, running him down. Ty Lindsay slowed him up. Bolden picks up the first down as we go under 3 minutes. Once they'll get the chains marked, it's still on 3:05. He'll turn them back on now.
So 2 receivers each way for Hallsville, now into Jacksonville territory. Bolden in the backfield with Hale. Salas, the man in motion. Hale going to keep it himself, has a hole up the middle. Pretty good pickup on first down for Joel Hale.
Zone read.
2nd and 1.
Still a struggle, Ryan, on that zone read. Of course, you got to give Hale credit for Hallsville. He really sells it. Rides his running back as long as he needs to, and then he just pulls it. And he takes one step and he's full speed. Those are tough quarterbacks to defend. It doesn't take him long to get going.
2.5 minutes remaining here in this second quarter.
So 2nd and 1 now for the Bobcats. Hale going to keep it himself around the right side this time.
Oh, good tackle.
Good tackle from Brendan Richards. Going to pick up the first down, get inside the Jacksonville 35.
Yeah, but he doesn't make that tackle. I'm telling you, Hale's going to skip down for about at least 10 or 15 more yards. So as we go under 2 minutes here in this first half, Hallsville knocking on the door at the Jacksonville 33.
Hale going to throw it this one to his right, finds his man. Good pursuit there from the Jacksonville defense. Cade Chappell on the reception.
A little bit tighter corner coverage by Jacksonville than we saw on that opening drive when it seemed like Hallsville was just marching down the field with those little hot routes to their receiver. Since Jacksonville was playing so soft at corner, they've cheated up just a little bit more. Still a pickup of 5, 2nd and 5 now for Hallsville, 1:42 remaining.
Bolden in the backfield with Hale. 2 receivers left, 1 right for the Bobcats. Hale looking to his left, nothing there. Jacksonville able to make the sack. Big
Indians
play there.
Coming off the edge right there, Benavides,
Mario
Mike Taylor,
Rodriguez.
Mario. Yeah, it was Mario that came off the edge, and Benavides and Mike Taylor coming right up the middle. And Hale looked like he wanted to throw. Good coverage by Jacksonville. They did that earlier, forcing Hale to take the big sack. Clock continues at 1:14 and counting.
So 3rd and 12 now for Hallsville. Hale looking to his right, has Solace downfield. That one through his hands, incomplete.
Harrison Penn with the coverage. I tell you, I really like the way Harrison Penn's been playing. This is his 3rd start, and my goodness, he's a very intelligent player, is Harrison Penn. Coach Holman loves having him back there. He knows all the defenses, makes the calls. Great technique getting back. As Hallsville now looking at 4th down and 12 to go. Clock stops at 59. Is that 59? I'm looking at it's going right through. 59 seconds.
Three receivers left, 1 right for Hallsville.
Movement.
False start. Going to go against the Bobcats, so that'll back them up.
And that came directly from Michael Miles and Mario Rodriguez. They got on the edge, and they made that move like, we're coming, and that's what made Hallsville twitch. And now Hallsville is going to go ahead and say, you know what, we're not going to give Jacksonville this ball at midfield if we don't complete this pass on 4th and 15, 4th and 16. They're going to punt the ball. Brendan Richards will drop back for Jacksonville. With 59 seconds remaining, Jacksonville has 2 timeouts remaining.
Oliver Dilday in to punt this one away for the Bobcats. High snap, able to be caught, and then a good punt from Dilday. This one going to be down at the 1.
Just a great punt. Brendan Richards really didn't have a chance to help out his offense right here and field that punt because there was 4 Bobcats right around the football. So Brendan made the right decision just getting away from it. And, well, they're not going to spot it at the 1. It was touched at the 3.
It was touched at the 3.
Yeah, that's why they're going to put it right there.
If that player hadn't touched it at the 3, though, it was in the end zone for sure.
So Jacksonville here with 52 seconds remaining?
52 seconds.
Hey, you don't want to do anything crazy here. Just you go in at the half here, take the 10-7 lead, and just go in and talk about it at this part of the field.
Clater going to hand this one off.
Or run it
up the middle.
Or give it to Searles.
Going to pick up a big chunk of yardage for an EAG Ford first down and going to get Jacksonville out to about the 20. So a great run there from Randy Searles.
He can go. He can take it the distance.
Clater going to hand this one off to Searles around the right side this time. Searles able to pick up another good 7 on the play. Under 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. Jacksonville still with a couple timeouts.
Well, they were trying to go NASCAR here, and it's kind of slowed down.
Clater going to hand this one off to Searles once again. Good run for Randy Searles, still fighting for yardage. Gets an EAG forward first down. 3 seconds now.
There's the timeout
Clock
by
will
Jacksonville.
stop. Jacksonville going to take a timeout. So we'll take it with them. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. 3 seconds left here before halftime. Jacksonville with a first down.
Look at the trips out here, Ryan.
Trips right for Jacksonville. Searles in the backfield. And Hallsville playing some serious prevent defense here.
Yeah, they back up the Longview.
Gets the snap, looking to his right. Long downfield goes Trent Clater. This one going to be incomplete. The clock did not start.
What the?
I think they just went ahead and took it down to 0.
Yeah.
So that will end the first half.
We'll get Jason Holman's comments on the All Smiles halftime interview here in just a moment as Jacksonville leads 10-7 here at the half. Then we'll take a break and come back with the Jacksonville High School Band, the Cherokee Charmers, the Twirlers. We'll have it all for you here on JSDLive.com. Coach Holman waiting for him to.
Great half, man. Great half.
Coach, that was a grinding first half right there. Boy, your defense stepped up when they needed to, and your offense had a great second quarter.
Yeah, made some big plays defensively and held them short. Missed a field goal, or caused them to miss a field goal. Took advantage of some opportunities there, and we finally got it punched in offensively and just doing our thing. So,
Coach, defensively, Bolden's fast. I mean, you had a hard time containing him, but it seemed like it got much better in the second quarter. Did you guys make any kind of adjustments? Because it seemed like he's struggling a little bit more trying to get to the outside.
Yeah, on the one he popped, we had a bust on the perimeter, and we didn't have anybody out there, so we lost leverage on it, and then he outran us. So we got that corrected. Hopefully we can get it even more refined as we go in here at half.
Well, you kind of surprised as you came out in that first drive throwing the football, just trying to get him off balance and loosen him up to run?
I think more than anything, trying to get Trent comfortable early, and he made some good throws. We dropped it, hit us right in the hands and we dropped it. So, and we've talked about that. We've got to be able to show some of that. So
you get the football to start the third quarter.
Yeah, excited about that. Finally won a toss,
Matt.
Yes,
way to go.
Yeah, we got to come out.
Remember how you did that.
Yeah, exactly. Got to come out and just do our thing, and it's 0-0 now. So.
Coach, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Head coach Jason Holman on the All Smiles halftime interview. Guys, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and get the Cherokee Charmers, Jacksonville High School Band, and the Twirlers.
All right, we'll take a short break. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Gene Bromlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
For the first day of school, for the last day of work, for the satisfaction of a job well done, for the ideas that change the world, for good times, for not so good times, for her future and hers and his, for serving our customers and connecting communities. We're here with you for good. Austin Bank, with you for good.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. Cherokee Charmers have taken the field, as well as the JHS Majorettes and the Jacksonville Fighting Indian Band. So, Matt, I'm going to go ahead and send it down to you.
Thank you, Ryan. This is the Whataburger halftime report. Having some fun down here with the Aggie Yellators, dressed like the Aggie Yellators down here. Yeah, you guys look great. They're wearing the all-white outfit and everything. I'll teach you guys some yells here in just a moment. Hang on. let's get the Cherokee Charmers right now with their performance. Let's listen in. Go! We're going to win this thing, man. Yes, sir.
Cherokee Charmers, and of course, just then the Jacksonville High School Majorettes with their halftime performance here in the Whataburger Halftime Report. Jacksonville leading the Hallsville Bobcats by a score of 10-7 here at Bobcat Stadium in Hallsville as Donnie Barrier, the band director for Jacksonville, gets his band ready to perform here at the half. Let's listen in to the Jacksonville High School Band.
What an outstanding performance by the Jacksonville High School band here on the halftime, Whataburger halftime report, I should say. Jacksonville leading by a score of 10-7. Guys, do we have some stats perhaps here at the half?
We do, Matt. Before we get into stats, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's Ask the Indians.
Everybody up.
In the football.
Hey, come on.
Coach Powell. Hey, man, I'll tell you what. We got a good group of guys right here, and we're going to win some games. Homie,
Searles, earrings.
I don't got no hat on.
They may be the biggest. They may be the fastest. But we dang sure should be aggressive.
I need you to go and kick out that end right there, all right? I'll be right back.
Send the football. Give me 3.
All right, welcome into the booth here in Bobcat Stadium. Thank you for joining us today on the Whataburger halftime report. Jacksonville currently leading Hallsville 10-7, and those are some pretty great coach impressions, I have to say.
that they were. My favorite was Coach Covey, Toby Simpson, the hop, yeah,
the hop with the cast on the leg, yeah,
correct, yeah.
Well, but he had like another player under his knee. It was great.
Yeah,
it was great. It was
really committed to the bit.
It was funny on the video. It was even funnier to watch in person the day that we filmed those. I mean, that was pretty great.
Yeah, when we were filming that, you and I were in separate rooms, and I peeked in through the window to see if it was a time where I could come in, and I saw what was happening, and I thought, well, there's no way they're recording for the video doing this. So I came in and just started asking questions. But no, they were doing that.
They were.
That skit right there was what was being recorded. So.
Yep. I'm still not entirely sure what was happening there, but they were having a great time with it, and that's all that matters. All right, well, stats are brought to us by our friend Randy Gorham, CPA, mayor of Jacksonville. So, Todd, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats.
In the first half, the Indians had passing Trent Clater, 3 completions on 8 attempts for a total of 74 yards and 1 touchdown. Rushing, Dede had 9 carries for 61 yards with a long 21-yard run. Randy Searles had 8 carries for 39 yards. Receiving, Josh Gaskin had 1 catch. Brennan Richards had 1 catch that was the long run after catch there. And Ty Lindsey had the 1 catch for the touchdown.
Yeah, big touchdown catch there for Ty Lindsey. We haven't seen him catch. I think that may have been his first completion, first catch on the year. Which Jacksonville's been very run heavy. There's not been a ton of passing to be seen in any of the games so far, but I'm pretty sure that is Ty Lindsey's first catch. So he is 1 catch for 1 touchdown on the year.
So you don't think Hallsville scouted that play and was ready for that pass to the tight end?
Also a pretty good rate. If you can catch a touchdown every time you catch a pass, it's pretty good.
I'm not even sure if we've seen that look from them yet this season. I think that may have been a new play that was added this week.
Yeah, and it looked great. It ran well. It was quick. It was on time and wide open in the middle of the field, something they'd obviously seen, and it worked to perfection on that play. So hopefully we'll see some more of that in the second half, not just for this game, but if Jacksonville can really build on their passing game in this second half, that's got to bode well for the rest of district play.
You'd sure hope so.
Absolutely.
You'd sure hope so.
And the other score we had in the first half was the field goal from KC Cardenas, 22 yards. We talked about it then. When you get down that close, it's always nice to come out with a touchdown, but at least we got points.
Yeah, and we changed Holder this week, and I mean, as a kicker, that's a pretty big change, especially when you're going from a guy who's been holding you for 5 games to a new one in game 6. But I think Dante's done a great job so far, and KC's been putting them through. He's made an extra point and a field goal so far, so no misses on the night for KC, no blocks tonight. So hopefully Jackson was able to continue that success in the second half.
Yeah, and I know we've talked about it all year, but what value to have a kicker like KC, especially one that's never played football before, to come in and you feel good about it when you're down there, that if you get stopped, you're still going to get points. And so always great to have that reliable kicker, and he's proved to be that this year.
He definitely has. It's been fun to watch KC's progression throughout the season so far, and he seems to just kind of keep building on some confidence. I know last week was kind of rocky with a couple blocks. Those are guys coming off the edge, and it happens.
One positive for the first half, penalties. Only had the one penalty. There was a false start for 5 yards. So,
yeah, I think that was big. I think, Jacksonville defensively, I know we're going to probably get to that in just a moment, but creating a turnover was huge. That was really big. Turnovers have been kind of few and far between for the Jacksonville defense, and they've kind of been able to get some going throughout the season. Last year, I think we were super negative in the turnover battle. Like, we weren't even close in terms of creating any turnovers. And so far this season, that seems to have been a point of emphasis, is trying to create some turnovers. And, I mean, when you get one at about the 35-yard line, I mean, that's about as good as you can ask for from your defense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they've played well this game. And even when Hallsville has moved the ball, Jacksonville's done a good job of clamping down and bending, not breaking, and not not letting them take advantage of moving the ball when they have. With the exception of the one big play, Jacksonville's defense has been impressive tonight.
And that was starting the second quarter. Did we kind of get a little relaxed there during the break, transition between quarters? But
where they just dropped the perfect play to open the second quarter.
It's worth pointing out he's a pretty special player as well and got special speed. So, you can do everything correct against some players in high school, and they're still going to break one every now and then. So
and I mean, he had to break a couple tackles to make that big run too. So Jacksonville's defense needing to wrap up a little better on that play. But I mean, other than that one play, I mean, they've done a really good job tonight.
They have. They've been impressive.
Do you want to look at some Hallsville stats?
Yeah, let's take a look at some Hallsville stats.
Their quarterback, Joel Hale, 6 completions on 9 attempts for 60 yards. I think he started out the game 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 right there at the beginning.
We kind of closed down our coverage a little better. I know they had the deep ball at Harrison Penn's. He's been great since we've had to add him to the defense due to some injuries, and I think he's done a great job stepping into that role. And I mean, really, you could argue he's done as good a job or better than the guys we had in there earlier this season.
Absolutely.
Just from what we've seen so far through the last couple games. I mean, he's
done a really great job.
He's really done a great job.
It's been a difficult role to be thrown in, and just, hey, it's a few games into the season and just jump in there and make an impact, and he's done that.
Yeah. So, well, we talked about it a little bit. Matt said he really knows the defense well. He knows what he's looking at, and I think that's just huge when you're playing safety is having a good look of what you're supposed to be looking for back there when you've got guys coming that you're supposed to pick up, receivers, and even maybe some guys coming out of the backfield that they may need to pick up. And so far, it seems like Harrison's really on top of it.
Yeah, and it sounds like he's helping direct the other guys, too, even though he's a backup coming in.
Yeah.
He's filling the role well, yes.
He really has been. Yeah, it's been great to see.
Rushing for Hallsville, main running back Bolden, 10 carries for 115 yards and a touchdown on the long run of 67 yards. And the quarterback, Joel Hales, carried 8 times for a total of 20 yards.
Yeah, so outside of that big run, for as dangerous of a weapon as he is, you're looking at, 9 carries.
Less than 50 yards.
Under 50 yards. So you'll take that any day of the week. That one big play, of course, you don't want that to happen. But outside of that, like we said earlier, Jacksonville's defense been impressive here tonight.
Well, and for the Indians, most of Searle's yards came right there at the end, those last few plays. We started at the 3 and went up to the 40. So he had 37 of the 39 yards on those last minute of the game there, a minute of the half. So maybe he's starting to get a feel for the game a little better, and we'll see more in the second half from him.
That would be great. Well, I'll take it. That's right. That's right. And Didi's run well as well at different points in the first half. So,
and we're also getting the ball first in the second half, which is huge. I mean, Jacksonville came out defensively like we were hoping that they would, and they came out and got a huge stop. And I mean, I think we received first last week, or maybe against Athens, one of the two, and it just never really got going. We saw it against Brownsboro when Jackson was able to get the win, came out, defense had a huge 3 and out. And then that really got the guys fired up, and we saw some really good offensive play as well. It's been a little more back and forth against Hallsville, not than it was in that game, but it's been really promising having Jacksonville start and set the tone early, and not allowing Hallsville to score on that first drive. I think really not only set the tone for the game on offense, but I think it maybe changed Hallsville's game plan a little bit too, which I think is huge. And, you know, if they're kind of questioning whether or not they can throw on us or whether they can run on us, I mean, Dorsey's gotten in the backfield several times. So, you know, being able to pressure the quarterback, not give him as much time, that definitely could change kind of where their play calling is, because they have lost their quarterback this year. So we are seeing a second-string quarterback that's gotten into the starting role for Hallsville. And, you know, that can change some stuff up too as well. So if you're trying to work in some plays with a second-string quarterback and then you're not quite so sure that it's actually working against Jacksonville's defense, I mean, that can create some confusion. We'll see how that plays in the second half. But, I mean, Jacksonville's leading 10-7. That has not been the story for many of the games this season. I think that's huge to go in at halftime with a lead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and in a district game, a big game. And there are, you know, other winnable games on the schedule, and Jacksonville, you know, needs this win. Both of these teams do.
Absolutely.
We talked about that in pregame, but Jacksonville has played well in the first half. They need to build on it in the second half. They get the ball to receive, so definitely want to set the tone with this first drive and then have the defense continue to play well. You know, the coverage has been good on both of the sacks tonight. The pressure's gotten there pretty quickly, but it's also, you know, they've been a little bit of coverage sacks as well, where he's looked down the field and there hasn't been anything.
Yeah, there's not anything there.
And,
I think that's been big.
Yeah, Dorsey and our guys, Calvin, can get there. So if we can continue that on defense and you know, move the ball on offense, maybe get out of here with a big district win.
Definitely. So Jacksonville leading Hallsville 10-7. I think we're just about at the end of halftime. So while the Hallsville band is wrapping up, let's go ahead and step away, take a short break, and we'll be back to bring you the second half of play.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
We'd like to say thank you to this week's team meal sponsor, Richards, Penn, Bonner, Attorneys at Law. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville athletics.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
We'd like to say thank you to tonight's hospitality sponsor, Big Louise Tinting Company. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville athletics.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm, or on the job, we have the right product for your needs.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation.
Gene Brumlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
For the first day of school, for the last day of work, for the satisfaction of a job well done, for the ideas that change the world, for good times, for not so good times, for her future and hers and his, for serving our customers and connecting communities. We're here with you for good. Austin Bank, with you for good.
We'd like to say thank you to tonight's hospitality sponsor, Big Louise Tinting Company. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Our one-of-a-kind mushroom Swiss burger is back.
And now it's an all-time favorite.
You're going to love this burger. That au jus sauce on top.
The creamy au jus sauce.
Every bite's perfect.
It's not just a mushroom Swiss burger, it's a Whataburger mushroom Swiss burger.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
We'd like to say thank you to this week's team meal sponsor, Richards, Penn, Bonner, Attorneys at Law. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
For the first day of school, for the last day of work, for the satisfaction of a job well done, for the ideas that change the world, for good times, for not so good times, for her future and hers and his, for serving our customers and connecting communities. We're here with you for good. Austin Bank, with you for good.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. Both teams have made their way out. About to get set for the second half of play. Indians leading Hallsville 10-7.
Jacksonville will get the ball as they won the toss, defer to the second half. So leading 10-7, that's always good. By the way, I got a call from the FCC a few moments ago, and the gum smacking thing is out there. We're getting fined triple digits, and I will take care of that. So thank you for the warning. The gum smacking guy got caught. So we're set to go. Hallsville has the ball teed up. It's homecoming tonight at Bobcat Stadium here in Hallsville.
Chris Meager has this one teed up for Hallsville.
Hopefully Jacksonville is going to ruin this Hallsville homecoming. Back deep for Jacksonville, Randy Searles, Dede, Zeke. We're set to go with the second half. Here's Ryan.
Meager going to boot this one deep. That one had a weird flight to it. Goes off the chest of Randy, able to pick it up, but going to be brought down inside the Jacksonville 20.
What an adventure.
That thing looked like it had a spiral on it from here. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it was a very strange-looking kick.
Tough to field.
Clearly.
I mean, maybe he's on to something.
Hang on just a second. I got somebody hollering at me. What's that?
All right, so Jacksonville going to come out to start the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Searles in the backfield with Clater to start the third quarter. One receiver each way for Jacksonville. Gaskin also in the backfield. Clater.
Oh, goes ball. Oh, good look. God. Unbelievable. First play, fumble.
Just didn't get the exchange there between Searles.
So Searles, it was a zone read, and Trent Clater thought he gave it to Searles, and Searles thought Clater kept it. So neither one of them clamped down on the ball, and it just sat there at the 7. And Hallsville picks it up untouched on the first play of the third quarter for the score.
So that'll send Oliver Dilday in for the extra point. Extra points brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. And this kick from Dilday is up and good. So with 11:46, Hallsville capitalizes on the fumble, takes a 14-10 lead. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
We'd like to say thank you to this week's team meal sponsor, Richards, Penn, Bonner, Attorneys at Law. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville athletics.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. Hallsville taking a 14-10 lead over the Indians. Chris Meager has this one teed up to kick it off for the Bobcats. This one high and deep, going to go out for a touchback.
Nothing meager about that kick.
No, he booted that one pretty good.
Good one. I like that.
Well, thank you.
So Jacksonville will start 1st and 10 from their own 25. Let's see if we can start this drive a little better than the last one.
So Mars will check in at running back. It's amazing how a game can turn on just one play. It's early. That's the first play of the third quarter.
Clater going to hand this one off to Dede up the middle. Pretty good hole there for Dede. Going to pick up about 7.
This is what Jacksonville can do. I mean, it's clear they can run the ball on Hallsville. Just take care of it. No pre-snap penalties. Drive it down the field and score. They did it in the second quarter real well. Kind of took a little time in the first quarter to get going, but they started rolling, did Jacksonville.
Gaskin and Maras in the backfield with Clater. 2 receivers right. Clater going to hand this one off to Dede. Has some room around the right side. Good hard run from Dede. Going to get the EAG forward first down.
Boy, he ran right at the back of Zeke Whitaker, who was blocking downfield, and Zeke turned around and boom! There was Dede right up his back. He knocks Zeke forward and gets the EAG forward first down. Does Mares. Pushes the football out to the Jacksonville 37-yard line, first down.
1st and 10 for the Indians. 2 receivers left this time for Jacksonville. Clater looking that way. That one a little low, trying to find Dante. Incomplete.
Just short-armed it, bounced it right in front of him. Again, the mechanics matter. Trent got his feet planted, and then he just didn't follow through with it. Topped it off, and it hit the ground right in front of Dante. So 2nd and 10 now, still from the 37.
Clater hands this one off to Searles around the right side. Searles with a good run, able to break a tackle. Going to pick up about 7.
Well, just busted through there. And, you've seen Randy Searles do that twice this year. The first time against Brownsboro, last week against Nacogdoches. You look like you got him down, and then he just bounces off of you and just goes the distance. And would have had that had not the safety come up rather than number 32, Drew Linville, knocks him out.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 3 now for Jacksonville. 10:07 left in the third. Dante out wide left for the Indians. Searles in the backfield with Clater. Handoff goes to Searles up the middle, still fighting for some yardage. Good push there, and going to pick up another EAG Ford first down.
And that time right there, you saw Randy Searles do what he's been coached to do. He put his foot in the ground, put his head down, and blew through there. No dancing, no waiting, no trying to bounce it to the outside. That's where the play's designed to go. It was painful. I mean, it hurt to get hit like that, and Searles is going to check out right now, but he does get the EAG Ford first down. And Dede checks in for Searles, who comes onto the sidelines and immediately goes down to his knees.
1st and 10 for Jacksonville from midfield. Clater rolling to his right. Nothing there. Still on his feet. Going to finally be pushed out of bounds. Going to lose about 2 on the play, so bring up 2nd and 12.
Great decision that time by the sophomore Trent Clater. Rolling to his right. He had 2 options right there and could have thrown it deep, but, man, you had that safety coming over the top, and I like his decision to just go ahead and eat it right there and just get out of bounds and not throw it into traffic.
So they give Trent a loss of 1 on the play. They'll bring up 2nd and 11 now for Jacksonville. Dante out wide left. Clater going to hand this one off to Dede, trying to get up the middle. Can be met about the line of scrimmage, still pushing for some yards. They're going to give him 1, so it'll bring up 3rd and 10 now from midfield.
Searles checks back in. He's okay, as Dede does pick up a couple right there. So, as you said, 3rd and long here. Football at the 49 of Jacksonville, just inside that 50-yard line.
Looks like I thought he got back to midfield.
Yeah.
They're going to mark him at the Jacksonville 49, so 3rd and 11 for the Indians. 1 receiver each way for Jacksonville. Searles in the backfield with Clater. Clater looking to his right, airs this one out for Zeke. Incomplete.
Go get that man. Oh, wow. It wasn't a beautiful throw, but it was catchable. Got beyond the defender, and Zeke's just got to make an adjustment and come back and catch that football.
So they'll send KC on to punt this one away on 4th down.
Missed opportunity there. As I said, it wasn't the prettiest pass by Trent Clater, but he got it down there. Zeke beat the corner, ran a great route, just couldn't come back for it and make the catch. Here's KC.
Good snap back for KC. This one blocked. KC trying to jump on it. So Hallsville will take over after the blocked punt from inside the Jacksonville 35.
There's a flag down on the Jacksonville sideline. Let's see what the call is. Did Hallsville jump off sides?
Maybe.
They got the block. The flag's down. Let's see the call here by the official. I don't see Jacksonville moving back. They're going to call procedure against Jacksonville, declined, and Hallsville with 2 huge plays here in this 3rd quarter. Scoop and score from 7 on the first play of the 3rd quarter, and now the punt block.
So Hallsville will take over 1st and 10 inside the Jacksonville 35. Good field position to start this drive. We'll see Joel Hale with Jacaden Bolden in the backfield. 2 receivers each way for the Bobcats. Hale going to hand this one off to Bolden up the middle. Jacksonville's defense is there, but he's still going to pick up about 3.
Nice job, Benavides, Taylor, Calvin Boyd. Yeah, I thought KC took a while to punt that, didn't you, Ryan?
It was a little slow,
slow, soccer style, and Hallsville talked about that at the half. Hey, maybe we can block one if he continues to go sideways, and they did. 2nd and 8.
Hale sends Solace in motion. Handoff goes to Bolden. Quickly met in the backfield. Mario
tackle.
Rodriguez.
Woof. Ty Lindsay.
Mario was first to him around the edge.
And then Ty came in and finished him off. You're right. Mario was right there playing some good football as the junior linebacker, Mario Rodriguez. And Ty Lindsay's already got a touchdown catch, and that time nice help on the tackle. So 3rd down for Hallsville.
Hale going to pull this one, looking to his right, finds his man. Some room to run. Jacksonville able to make the tackle, but it looks like Hallsville going to have enough to pick up a 1st down. There are some flags down.
Let's see where the spot is, also with the flag, as the official talking to Coach Holman like it's going to go against Hallsville, unless he's explaining what Jacksonville did wrong. Not sure. Came late, and it came right where the blocking started downfield, like maybe a push in the back or a hold. That's going to be the call.
Maybe. It looks like Hallsville's backing up.
Yeah, it's going to go against Hallsville, and that's what he was explaining to Coach Holman. What do you want to do here? Of course, Holman wants to take the penalty yards from the spot. So Hallsville, I'm not sure they would have had the 1st down. They'd have probably had to measure. It was close. They were right at the front of the sticks. But now it's 3rd down, and from the spot, it'll be 3rd down and 10 for Hallsville. Football at the 34 of Jacksonville, just in between the 34 and the 35. 6:55 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Hallsville took the lead 14-10 on the first play of the 3rd. Now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
3 receivers left, 1 right for the Bobcats. Handoff goes to Bolden up the middle. Jacksonville needing to make a tackle. Bolden with a strong push, able to pick up the 1st down. It looks like they're going to mark him about the Jacksonville 20.
Yeah, that looked like a Didi Mares run right there. Just ran, got stopped about 7 yards, and then he just kept pushing. As Calvin Boyd now slow to get up, he'll stay down. Trainers will check on him. Jason Krause hustles over. Jacksonville athletic trainer to check on the senior Boyd. Let's take a break.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
We'd like to say thank you to this week's team meal sponsor, Richards, Penn, Bonner, Attorneys at Law. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. 6:26 left here in the 3rd. Hallsville with a 1st and 10 at the Jacksonville 20. Calvin Boyd, injured Indian just a moment ago, able to walk off the field under his own power, so that's a good sign. Hale able to find Bolden out in the right. Fumbles out of bounds as he's tackled by Michael Miles, but going to be marked at the 16, so gain of 4.
Here comes Calvin Boyd back in the ball game. That's a good sign. Javon Rangel checks out. Just a little hot route, trying to get Bolden in space. He's clearly their guy. I mean, he's the guy they want to get the football to as much as possible. But Hale will fool you, the quarterback. And again, not the starter. Starter's been out for a couple of weeks, Josh Seal. Hale's come in and done a pretty admirable job tonight at quarterback.
2 receivers left. Hale sends Bolden in motion. Handoff this time going to go to number 30, Willie Scheider.
Good tackle by Mario right at the line of scrimmage. I'll give him a couple yards, so it's going to be 3rd down.
The 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, more like 3.5. I got to get to the 10, and the ball's, it's right between the 12 and 13, so about 2.5 here to get the 1st down for Hallsville. Jacksonville now defensively, somebody's got to make a play. Yeah, they moved. And again, it was that shift Jacksonville did defensively that Jared Holman stood up and then went down, and when he went down, Michael Miles kind of jumped next to him, and boy, that caused Hallsville, spooked him a little, and they twitched. Now they're talking about it. What are they doing now?
I thought that was a pretty straightforward call. I'm not really sure what we're talking about here.
What are they talking about here? The guy either twitched or did he not?
I mean, it sure looked like a false start.
Okay. That took a while to talk about, but that is going to be the call.
Yeah.
So now it's 3rd down and 8 to go. Jacksonville has struggled in 2024 on 3rd and long. We all know that. Can they get a stop here? You're down 14-10, 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Referee still struggling to get them to start the clock.
Wow.
There we go. Clock starts. So under 5.5 minutes now left in the 3rd. Hallsville inside the Jacksonville 20. Hale going to hand this one off to Bolden. Has some room to run. Still on his feet. Jacksonville needs to make a tackle. Nice. They do. So that'll bring up 4th down.
So they'll bring the field goal unit out as Samadrick Kincaid slow to get up. He's okay. Looks like he's bouncing up. Bolden's a tough cat to bring down as they'll bring out Chris Meager. This will be a 33-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. He's already missed one tonight.
This field goal from Meager is up and good. So Hallsville now leads Jacksonville 17-10 after the field goal. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Come see us at Dairy Queen on South Jackson before or after every Fightin' Indian game to try our family favorites meal. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good. Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm, or on the job, we have the right product for your needs.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. Oliver Dilday set to kick this one away. This one high. And Jacksonville going to let it go in for a touchback. So they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 25 with 4:41 left in the 3rd. And you got to think, Matt, hold them to a field goal there. Good job by the Jacksonville defense. They kept it to a one-score game.
A miniature victory, yes, agreed. They did get some points out of it, but boy, you give up 2 scores like that right there in the 3rd quarter, that's painful. That kind of puts you behind the 8 ball. So yes, that is a bit of a victory there, keeping them out of the end zone. Now, if you're Jacksonville's offense, you got to do something here and keep your defense off the field.
Handoff goes to Searles around the right side, still on his feet, finally brought down, going to pick up about 4.
Searles getting behind his big offensive line. Luis Mancera right there and Cam Thompson leading him. And Randy was tackled from behind and kind of got his ankle clipped a little bit, getting up a little bit slow, but he's okay. Picks up about 4, 2nd and 6.
Dante Simmons, the lone wideout for Jacksonville. Clater going to hand this one off to Searles. Nothing there for Randy Searles. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Mars will check in, and I don't think Randy Searles is right now. I mean, you see him coming off the field. He's shaking his head. He's just not 100%. I think that previous tackle clipped his ankle, and he's not 100% quite. So Cam Thompson checks out. Brendan checks in. 3rd and 6 as we go 3.5 minutes in the 3rd. It's a 1-score game. Can Jacksonville convert 3rd down here?
One receiver each way. Gaskin, the man in motion. Pass goes to Gaskin. Makes the grab, but going to be brought down short of the 1st down. So that's going to bring up 4th and about 2 from where they're spotting him.
Going to punt the football. Jason Holman's not going to gamble right here. And playing the probabilities here, if you will, is Coach Holman. Still plenty of time in the ball game. It's a one-score game. You don't have to gamble right here in this part of the field in your own territory, and you just got to get a good snap here, and KC's got to get this ball off because they're bringing them. Again.
KC hits this one to the right. That one going to go just beyond the just beyond midfield. Going to be down at the Hallsville 47.
Jacksonville's going to have to do a better job on punt block, guys. They're going to have to hold them off a little bit better than that. That almost got blocked too. They're coming off the edge, and somebody's got to step out there and get them.
Yeah, you could tell KC had a little more of a sense of urgency on that one.
And if he'd have punted it the last time like he did, taking a little bit slower, that would have been blocked. He did get it off quicker, but there were 3 Bobcats back there with the opportunity to block it. So here's Hallsville, up 17-10 with 2:33 remaining here in the third.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hale finds Bolden. Nothing there. Good pursuit from the Jacksonville defense. He'll step out of bounds. Loss of about 3.
Well, just a great job stringing it out. Dorsey getting out there. Mario and Samadrick, and, of course, Michael Miles is so fast getting down that line of scrimmage. They didn't allow Bolden to even have a chance to get up the sidelines there.
So 2nd and 13 now for the Bobcats. Two receivers each way for Hallsville. Bolden in the backfield with Joel Hale.
Here comes Miles.
Bolden gets the handoff. Lots of room to run. Going to pick up a first down.
That's where Michael Miles was, right there. Had the blitz. Miles comes in, just gets a shoulder, and he goes right to that linebacker area where Miles left. That's a gamble. You know, when you do that, you either have a great play where you blow him up in the backfield with your leading tackler in Miles, or he whiffs on the tackle and you get a first down. And that's what happened for Hallsville.
So Hallsville going to take it down to the Jacksonville 40. Two receivers each way. Bolden once again in the backfield with Hale. Man in motion is Eli Solis. Around the left side goes Bolden. Going to pick up about 8 where he stepped out of bounds.
Pushed out by Harrison Penn, who was very close right there. The official said, watch out now. I mean, Bolden was going out of bounds, was on the white when Penn just didn't push him hard enough to get the penalty. Stops the clock with 1:40 remaining in the third.
So 2nd and 3 now for Hallsville. 3 receivers right this time, 1 left. Hale going to fake the handoff, finds his man down the right side, finally brought down. Coulter Evans on the reception and going to pick up another first down for Hallsville.
Jacksonville has not had many answers tonight for that wide receiver screen. They've stopped it a couple of times and strung it out, but when it's in that slot and those guys get up the field and that first block is made and it's successful, it's a big play for Hallsville. No answers by Jacksonville when that happens.
1st and 10 for Hallsville inside the Jacksonville 20. Under a minute and a half now remaining in the third. Man in motion is Solis. Hale going to keep it himself up the middle, immediately met in the backfield by Mario Rodriguez. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for Hallsville.
You know, it's almost like Hallsville just kind of runs a play with somebody else because they know they want to get the ball to number 6, Bolden. And they just kind of let the quarterback run a little bit, maybe a little pass play, and then they want their home run hitter to touch the ball.
Bolden in the backfield with Hale. Hale going to fake the handoff, scrambling to his right. Finds his man.
Wow.
Looks like pass complete to Cade Chappell.
Boy, that is a nice run-pass option right there. Boy, you look like you're going to run the ball. Hale does. Let's see what the official's slowing down for here. No, they're just going to get it marked. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 7 of Jacksonville. Just a good-looking play by Hallsville. Quarterback goes out like he's going to run, and he just stops on a dime and whips it downfield to one of his receivers for the first.
Yeah, well-designed play, also well-executed play there from Joel Hale. Able to find Chappell on the sideline. Bolden in the backfield with Hale. Hale going to keep it himself up the middle and in for the score.
8-yard touchdown run by Hale. Pushes this lead by Hallsville out to a 2-score difference as Harrison Penn's slow to get up for Jacksonville. Trainers will attend to him. He's up on his feet now. He's walking off, so we'll get the extra point here as Penn walks off under his own power. And guys, I think that was the last play of the 3rd quarter.
I believe so. So they'll let Oliver Dilday attempt the extra point here before the beginning of the 4th quarter. Extra points brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. And this one from Dilday is up and good. So Hallsville takes a 24-10 lead as we start the 4th quarter. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium for the start of the 4th quarter. Hallsville taking a 24-10 lead after the touchdown on the last drive. Meager set to kick this one away. Low ball.
You're good.
Dante going to let this one go in for a touchback. I think he was kind of worried that he touched it. Referees, I believe, heard
they
yelling,
changed that.
You're good, you're good, you're good. So
Yeah, as a Jacksonville coach is yelling that. So they changed that rule. You can slap it, touch it, hit it, and if it goes into the end zone, it's good. You're good. It's not a fumble. It's not. They can't recover it for a score. It's touchback.
Well, that's news to me. I was not aware that they changed that.
Yep.
So
And now, if you possess the ball and it goes back in the end zone, but if you just kind of slap it around and it ends up going to the end zone, that's a touchback if you don't go try to pick it up and run with it. So here's Jacksonville at their own 25, first down. Plenty of time starting the 4th quarter here.
Clater going to hand this one off to Dede. Trying to find some room to run. Nothing there. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 now for Jacksonville.
Well, you're down 2 scores in the 4th, and you know that Hallsville they'll let you just get those runs and have a long time consuming drive when you're down 2 scores. So Jacksonville's going to have to throw the ball. There's no doubt about it. That they're going to have to throw vertical here.
One receiver out wide. Simmons, the lone receiver. Handoff goes to Mares. Didi with a good run around the left side, or the right side, excuse me. Going to pick up about 5, get to the 30.
So 3rd down 5. As Isaac Suarez Mosley checks in for Goodwin.
3rd and 5 for Jacksonville, and a big 3rd down for the Jacksonville offense here in the second half. Got to find some points. Down 14. Clater looking to his left, finds his man. That pass caught, going to be good for an EAG Ford first down.
Dante.
Big catch there from Dante Simmons.
Simmons getting up a little bit gimpy there, but he makes the catch. What a nice frozen rope thrown by the sophomore Trent Clater. Very confident throw on that slant route. Just drilled it. And Jacksonville gets the EAG Ford first down.
Yeah, great throw there from Trent Clater. So first down across the Jacksonville 40. Gaskin goes in motion. Clater going to hand this one off to Didi up the middle. Going to pick up about 4. Bring up 2nd and 6 now for Jacksonville.
Well, you notice Jacksonville, they're not panicking. They're not just throwing on every down here with 10 minutes to go, going under 10 now, down 2 scores. I mean, you can do a methodical drive here, but you can't do it for 5 or 6 minutes. It's got to be quicker.
One receiver each way. Clater going to hand this one off to Didi. Bounces it around the left side, finds a hole. It'll be 3rd and 2 after the gain there from Didi Mares.
So now if you're Jacksonville, you got to have a sense of urgency here as the Indians send in their Indian unit, they call it. Jordan Dorsey comes in offensively. You don't see him much. Mainly plays defense. So 3rd and 2, huge play here for Jacksonville to get this conversion. Late comer coming in, Cam Thompson. We don't have a play clock, so you don't know how much time's left to just call if it's delay or not.
Clater going to hand this one off to Searles, goes up the middle.
Flag.
We're going to have a flag come in for a face mask.
Yep.
So good news there for Jacksonville. Someone on the defense there for Hallsville got a hand on the face mask of Randy Searles. He gets to the first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him. It should be an EAG Ford first down, especially with the penalty.
It is a face mask. Good call, Ryan. I thought Randy Searles did a little dipsy doodle dance there, just a little bit too much instead of hitting the hole. And finally, when he got that balance, he put his head down, and that's when the face mask occurred. Would have got the first down anyway. He only needed a couple, but with the penalty, of course, that's the first down. So Fighting Indians got a nice drive going here. A drive that started at their own 25 is now down to the 39 of Hallsville.
So an EAG Ford first down inside the 40-yard line of Hallsville. Handoff goes to Searles, bouncing it around the right side. Not much there for Searles. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You just
It'll be
not
2nd and 10.
Excuse me, Ryan. You're just not going to do that at the varsity level. I mean, that's bouncing it out to the outside like that. They're going to run you down. Now, maybe in a couple of years when maybe he gets his 40 time down to 4.4 something, that might be a little bit different. But you got to plant that foot and you got to get up the field and get what you can get.
Looks like they are going to give him 1 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 9. 2 receivers go left for Jacksonville. Searles in the backfield with Clater once again. Handoff goes to Searles up the middle. Hard run from Randy Searles. Going to pick up 3, get to the Hallsville 35.
So you're under 8 minutes now remaining, down 24-10, 2 scores. And if you're Jacksonville, obviously you got to convert right here, but you got to start thinking about clock. You can't run this thing down to like 3.5, 4 minutes.
1 receiver each way now for Jacksonville. Clater pumping, looking to his right. A little too far out in front of Isaac Suarez Mosley, and he took a shot at the end of that play.
Boy, he did. Safety came over and popped him to make sure that as he was stretching out, Mosley got hit in the rib cage. Nice throw by Trent, getting it out to where Mosley had a chance for it, just a little bit too far. So 4th down, 6 to go. And this is it for Jacksonville, right? I say it. 7:26 remaining. It's obviously
crucial.
It's an important conversion.
It's crucial here that you convert this. Clater looking to his left. Brendan Richards makes the catch, but immediately met. So Jacksonville will turn it over on downs.
Just tried the tunnel screen right there to Richards that was successful in the first half for a big gain, and Hallsville sniffs that out, and they get the ball on downs, take over, 7:19 remaining. And so far, it's turned out to be quite the disappointing second half, guys. When you're up 10-7 at the half, you get the football to start the third quarter, first play, scoop and score, and you get your daubers down. And I think, as we talked about during a break, it's a very flat sideline right now for Jacksonville.
So Hallsville going to try to burn up as much of this fourth quarter clock as they can. Handoff goes to Bolden around the left side. Going to get out across the Hallsville 45 for a first down. .708 and counting left here in the fourth.
Hallsville just milking the clock here, and
there's,
like I said, there's no play clock.
No play clock.
So how do you know? I guess they're looking at the game clock and counting down. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, you have to keep control of it here if you're the referees with no play clock. They can't just waste a bunch of time. Hale going to keep this one himself around the right side. Has some room to run. Finally brought down.
Tackle by Zeke Whitaker. Nice job. Reaching up there, grabbing the football was Zeke trying to strip it, but Hale had that thing high pointed, doesn't give it up. He'll pick up about 4, call it 5, 2nd and 5 for Hallsville. We're going to go under 6 minutes to go in the ball game, and with Jacksonville down 2 scores, they need a turnover. They need something quick, something good to happen quickly, I'm trying to say.
That they do. That is definitely true. Down 2 scores, under 6 minutes remaining, and Hallsville with the ball across midfield now. Hale going to hand this one off to Bolden. Has some room to run up the middle. Going to pick up a first down and push the ball inside the Jacksonville 40.
And once again, they caught Jacksonville in a blitz. Michael Miles coming, and give Hallsville credit. They had the right play called, and you can't blame Jacksonville. They're trying to send Miles in and maybe strip it, get a big pop, get the football. I mean, you got to do that kind of stuff here defensively. Can't just sit back. You got to take some shots and send somebody to try to get the football knocked loose.
So 5:20 now and counting. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Handoff this time around the right side with Willie Scheider. He's going to have a big run for another Hallsville first down.
Tough run by Scheider, just barreling down the field. Willie Scheider is 5'10", 228. So he's a big bowl of oatmeal coming down the field, buddy, I'm telling you. Tough to tackle.
Just to be clear, you said he's a big bowl of oatmeal.
Yes, a big bowl of oatmeal.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Making sure?
Thick.
Yeah,
thick
I got it.
oatmeal.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Just making sure y'all are with me.
Yeah.
Stay with me, children.
I got it.
Hale going to hand this one off to Bolden around the left side. Finally brought down. It's going to be Benavidez on the tackle.
And I know it's been a minute, but earlier I think you said that Randy Searles was doing a Dipsy Doodle dance.
Yeah.
So was that was that popular when you were in high school? The Dipsy Doodle.
The Dipsy Doodle, man. Yeah, the Dipsy Doodle. Yeah, the twist.
No, the twist. Yeah.
Yes. No. I don't
what
know
else?
that far back.
What else was popular in the 50s? You know.
The 50s. Wait a minute. Now, I was born in the 50s, but I didn't start dancing until I was 2.
All right, so 2nd and 5 now for Hallsville. Under 4 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Here comes Miles.
One receiver each way. Hale going to hand this one off. Now he's going to keep it himself. Up the middle goes Joel Hale inside the 10. He's going to pick up another first down. It'll be 1st and goal now for Hallsville from the Jacksonville 8.
Yeah, just gashing Jacksonville now. Once again, Mike Miles on that right side, coming trying to blitz, use his speed, and that's the 4th blitz tonight by Michael Miles when Hallsville was going the other way. Well, one of them they went to his area, but it's just like he's got nowhere to go. They're going the other way. Now, the one time he did the blitz and he bounced off the tackle and didn't make it. 1st down and goal for Hallsville.
Hale hands this one off to Bolden up the middle, and he will score.
Just an off-tackle play right here. You're watching it on the video board, and Bolden just running behind his big offensive line from 8 yards out, gets the score. Seals the deal here tonight for Hallsville. They will obviously get their first district win on homecoming.
Extra point from Meager is up and good. So Hallsville takes a 31-10 lead with under 3 minutes remaining here in the 4th. We'll take a short break and come right back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Gene Brumlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
For the first day of school, for the last day of work, for the satisfaction of a job well done, for the ideas that change the world, for good times, for not so good times, for her future and hers and his, for serving our customers and connecting.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. Getting a good shot of the crowd over there for Jacksonville. And this kick from Oliver Dilday goes out for a touchback. So Jacksonville will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25. 2:55 remaining in the 4th. Not really much way that Jacksonville's going to be able to come back for a win, but
well,
it'd be nice if they could, drive it down and punch one in here at the end and have something to build on for next week.
Obviously, you want to finish strong. This is not the last game. You want to finish strong. White House coming in next week. You always want to play well against the Wildcats.
Clater going to hand this one off to Didi. Up the middle, still fighting for some yards, is Didi Mares, and he's going to pick up about 6. So 2nd and 4 now for Jacksonville. Clock is running, nearing 2.5 minutes remaining. Dante Simmons, the lone receiver, out left for Jacksonville. Clater going to hand this one off to Didi. Around the left side goes Didi Mares, still fighting for some hard yards. Flag comes in.
Got a late flag here. As Mares spins close to the first down, didn't get it, just a little bit short. It's going to be a face mask
on Hallsville.
When he spun around, it looked like I saw his head really come down quickly, and I thought that's just because he was spinning and going fast to the ground. Well, that's because he got his face mask yanked down. So Jacksonville will get the penalty. That'll stop the clock at 2:15. Fans, stay with us. We'll have our Bone Crusher hit of the game, sponsored by Dar Chiropractic. We'll also have our Austin Bank offensive and defensive players of the game for Jacksonville. And, of course, have our post-game interview with head coach Jason Holman.
So 1st and 10 now for Jacksonville. Clater looking to his left, finds Simmons, pops loose as he comes down, incomplete.
Oh, Simmons so frustrated. He had it. Look at him. Made a great catch. Went over the top of the corner, comes down, and just when he's coming down, his back hits the ground and the ball pops out. Couldn't complete the catch.
So 2nd and 10 now for Jacksonville, under 2 minutes remaining.
Good ball placement there by Trent Clater. Threw it exactly where Simmons needed to go up and get it.
Clater gonna fake the handoff, looking downfield. Has a man there.
Suarez Mosley can't hold on.
Goes through his hands, incomplete. They'll bring up 3rd and 10 now for Jacksonville. That was a really good throw too.
That's another catchable ball.
Good looking throw.
I mean, that's should have been caught. I like the one Zeke had earlier. That one should have been caught. And so, people look at Trent's stats and he's got to get some help. It's not just the quarterback.
Yeah, that was a really pretty pass. Put it right on him. It led the receiver. Good looking throw from Trent.
So 3rd and 10 now for Jacksonville. 1:50 remaining in the 4th. Clater takes a snap, rolling to his right. Throws this one out, trying to find Damian Diaz. That one incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and 10.
Well, we expected Jacksonville to throw, try to get the ball downfield with such little time left, and a little bit of success, but not what you want to see from your passing game when you really need it.
Good time to work on some stuff too.
It is.
Jacksonville trying to get the play call in. We'll send Simmons out wide left, Zeke wide right for Jacksonville on 4th and 10. And now Jacksonville going to take a timeout, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
We'd like to say thank you to this week's team meal sponsor, Richards, Penn, Bonner, Attorneys at Law. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
We'd like to say thank you to tonight's hospitality sponsor, Big Louise Tinting Company. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. 4th and 10 for Jacksonville. 1:40 remaining in the game. Trailing Hallsville 31-10. Clater looking to his left, trying to find Mares. Nothing there.
Yeah, just good defense.
Dede could not get back to that ball, so Jacksonville will turn over on downs.
It's a well-coached Hallsville team. I know they were 1-4 coming in, going to go to 2-4, but right there, Ethan Inslee, their linebacker, stayed right with Dede coming out of the backfield. It was a little just running back coming out on just a rail route up the field, and stayed right with him and screened him like in basketball, screening him off for a rebound. Dede didn't have any chance to get back to that ball being screened away. So 1:35 remaining, and Hallsville will salt this thing away and get their 2nd win of the season, their 1st district win. Jacksonville will fall to 1-5, 0-2, in District 7 5A Division II, with the White House Wildcats, who look like they're going to go down 0-2, coming to Tomato Bowl next week.
Hallsville just going to kneel this one down. They'll do that probably one more time, I would think, with no play clock. Hale going to take a knee. Looks like we'll have one more kneel down to close out this game. So Hallsville going to come away with a 31-10 victory over Jacksonville. Hale with the final kneel down. Teams will shake hands at midfield, and we'll wrap this one up from Hallsville.
We'll get head coach Jason Holman after he meets with his team and take a break here, and we'll come back and hand out some awards, maybe do some stats.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live. Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been servicing the Texas market with the finest quality fuels and lubricants. Each batch is crafted with precision and quality tested by our in-house lab. Whether you're on the road, on the farm, or on the job, we have the right product for your needs.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, that cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation.
Gene Brumlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Welcome back to Bobcat Stadium. Matt, I know we've got some post-game awards to hand out, so I'll throw it down to you.
Yeah, let's throw out some of these awards here. The Bone Crusher Hit of the Game, sponsored by Dar Chiropractic. If your body needs an adjustment, call Dr. Darwin Dar, JHS class of 1984. Dr. Dar is your hometown chiropractor. Well, for 3 weeks in a row, the Bone Crusher Hit of the Game was by Elijah Benavides, the sophomore linebacker. But tonight, there's no doubt, and you guys heard the pop right here on the sideline. Zeke Whitaker just ripped their quarterback. That's the Bone Crusher Hit of the Game. Zeke Whitaker. Jacksonville's offensive and defensive players of the game are sponsored by Austin Bank, your community bank, locally owned and operated since 1900. Offensive player of the game with 95 yards rushing, Didi Mares. Defensive player of the game, played a really good game all over the field, made some nice tackles, Mario Rodriguez, the junior linebacker. Those are your Austin Bank offensive and defensive players of the game. Guys, y'all want to do some stats here, and we'll get Coach Holman when he's ready.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and go through some stats. Bring in Todd and Lee up here in the booth. And let's start with stats for Jacksonville tonight.
Trent Clater finished with 6 completions on 18 attempts for a total of 89 yards and 1 touchdown. Rushing, Didi had 18 carries for 95 yards, and Randy had 14 carries for 60 yards. And I don't have any receiving stats, so I can't tell you how many catches we wound up with, but there were 6, so I guess
Dante had at least, I think he had 3 of those. Josh had a couple.
I know Ty Lindsay had one of them.
He sure did. He had the touchdown catch.
Pretty good batting average. 1 catch,
yeah,
1 touchdown.
1 touchdown,
How
yes.
about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The Indians finished with 12 first downs tonight. We were 5 out of 14 on 3rd down. And we did finish the game with just the 1 penalty for 5 yards.
1 penalty.
One
penalty
wow.
tonight.
Wow, and that was I think that was a pre-snap. 1 pre-snap.
Yeah,
penalty.
false start.
How about that? Well, that's an interesting stat. When you lose 31-10, you'd think there'd be more, but
Well, yeah, turnovers killed us, though.
they did.
Hallsville finished with quarterback Joel Hale, 11 completions on 14 attempts for 94 yards. Rushing, Bolden had 20 carries for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. Quarterback Joel Hale had 12 carries for 39 yards and a touchdown. And Willie Scheider had 2 carries for 20 yards. Coulter Evans, 1 carry for 6. They had Bobcats had a total of 17 first downs for 352 yards of offense, 258 rushing, and 94 yards passing. And they finished the game with 8 penalties for 66 yards.
Anything else stats-wise?
Looks like turnovers. We had a fumble. They had a fumble. So,
yeah, the only bad thing is that our fumble, they returned for a touchdown. And I really think that was one of the big turning points in the game. I mean, Jackson was up 10-7 at the half. That was just a
come back on the next possession.
Momentum killer. But
all right, we got Coach Holman here. Coach, appreciate you joining us here on the All Smiles post game. Man, second half, it was just night and day. I mean, that first play just kind of set the tone. Very disappointing. Just couldn't recover from that, it felt like.
Yeah, it's crushing. Felt like we had the momentum, felt like we had everything in our favor. And, 2 disastrous plays between a block punt and a fumble that just put them right back in it and get them on top of us. I hate it. I just told the kids just now, I don't call into question their will to win and their fight and their heart. We played hard. We just somehow, some way have got to come up with a way to avoid the critical mistakes, and that's what cost us.
Exactly, and we were just talking about, we're doing stats. You only had 1 penalty in the game. One penalty, and you think, okay, you get 1 penalty, that's good. But it's just those 5 or 6 plays. I think of some of the ones they had 3rd and 12, and they'd convert.
Yeah.
And that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I don't understand it, but it's unfortunate that it happened that way, but it's all part of it, and it's part of life. You got to learn how to pick yourself up and go, and that's what we're going to do. I just told them just now, I said, let's find a way to put a half like the first half we had and make it a full game, and then we'll be talking a different way.
You got White House coming in. They're going to come in 0-2 in district. You'll be 0-2. Somebody's going to get their first win. Couldn't be a better place to happen. A Tomato Bowl against White House, a very winnable game. They've been struggling recently, and what are some of the things that you guys want to get done this week to get ready for that game?
Well, in all honesty, I think it's going to be very similar to this one, in terms of what we're going to see on both sides of the ball, to be honest with you. So it's just going to be one of those deals where we talked about it in the show, coach's show. Whoever makes the most mistakes is going to come out on the bottom end of it. So we've got to eliminate those.
Coach, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Head Coach Jason Holman, appreciate All Smiles sponsoring all of our conversations with Head Coach and Athletic Director Jason Holman. Guys, back to you in the booth. Let's head out.
Thank you, Matt. Before we sign off tonight, I want to say once again thank you to Randy Gorham for sponsoring our statistics here on JISD Live. And on behalf of Todd Travis, Matt Montgomery, Lee Traylor, I'm Ryan Travis. Thank you for joining us tonight for all the action from Bobcat Stadium. We'll see you next Friday as the Indians head back to the historic Tomato Bowl to take on White House.